Soaking tortoises is really important for a couple of different reasons. One, a lot of your desert, especially your desert types of tortoises, won't drink. They actually get a lot of their hydration from their greens. Now, that's why, you want to make sure, like, when we lightly mist, like, let's say our sulcata tortoise, I'll spray the greens a little bit too. That way they get extra water. But we soak them twice a week. And yeah, stick around. I'm James, and you're watching Blue Dog Reptiles. So we're going to be soaking our sulcata tortoise. And I get enough requests on this that I just wanted to run through how to do it. Now, we soak our tortoises twice a week. And a couple of different things. Always dedicate a toothbrush to your tortoise, and we will explain that why in a second. Now, one of the main important things is A, not getting the water too hot, and B, don't fill it too full. Now, you never want to fill it past where they can keep their head. You don't want to drown your tortoise. So you want it just to the bottom of their jawline, or about their throat. A good rule of thumb is where their shell starts to curve up, stop right there. That way, at any given point, they can always keep their head out of water. Now, what you notice, what I'm doing right now, is I am checking the temperature of the water. Now, you notice I'm running it on my wrist. We do the same thing with our children when we're testing formula to make sure that it's not too hot. We do the same thing with our reptiles. Now, this doesn't matter if you're doing lizards, snakes, whatever. Same concept as far as water temperature. Now, look at that. Not a whole lot of water. We're gonna shut it off. Now, something else that we're adding here is we are adding electrolyte soak. All I'm doing is adding 1 scoop of this. Maybe. There it comes out. And I'll show you the container here. Reptile electrolyte soak. This will help rehydrate them as well. Now, you notice there's a powder form in there. All you do is mix it up in the water. Then we come over here. And before you start all this, make sure to wash your hands with soap and water because you are picking up a tortoise. Now, this is our 1-year-old male. And you can see that he's got gunk and stuff in his claws. And you can see his shells all dirty. That's a tortoise 101. They love being dirty. They like to dig. Now, back to the toothbrush. We dedicate a toothbrush, A, so we don't cross-contaminate. Don't use the same one that you would on a tortoise that you would on a lizard or a snake. We don't want to, let's say your tortoise is sick, we don't want to transfer that over to your snake or to your lizard. Now, all we do is, it's just a soft bristle toothbrush. And we're doing this for a couple of reasons. A, we're helping to clean him, because this boy just came in, so this will help me look him over to make sure that he doesn't have any injuries, or if he does, we can address it. This also tells me if he has any stuck shed on the scoots, and I can get a overall good look at his shell. So you just go through, and like I said, you'll do this twice a week. This doesn't bother the tortoise at all. Just go through. We do soft bristle because I've noticed that the hard bristles are a little abrasive, and some of the animals, like a tortoise, technically he's not going to care because he's not going to feel it. But if you're doing this up on his feet or around his face, he's going to beg to differ. So soft bristles are just always the best way to go. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. And you notice I'm constantly pushing it in the water. Now, don't be surprised if your tortoise defecates in the water. It's perfectly natural and normal, and they do this all the time. That's why a tortoise's water is always dirty. Now, a couple of things I'm looking for. I'm looking for pyramiding. I'm looking for the scutes curving out. I'm checking for scars or damage. And this is actually a really healthy boy. Now, he is a little timid, and that's just because he just came in. So I just want to get him cleaned up. You notice I did just put food in there for him. These guys are monsters at eating. They will eat and eat and eat and eat. Now you're like, James, is it okay for him to drink this water that you're cleaning him on? Yes and no. Now, if he defecates, absolutely change the water out. But with this little minimal amount of dirt, it's not going to hurt him if he drinks it. Typically what we do is we will leave the tortoise in here for 5 to 10 minutes. 10 minutes, obviously, if I'm sitting here cleaning him. I'll leave him alone for about 5 minutes on his own. That way he can drink and move around and do his own thing. Always make sure to wash out your toothbrush when you're done. That way none of the gunk or crud gets stuck in there. Now, you can see he doesn't know what to do. He's like, what do I do? I'm gonna keep everything tucked in. But guess what? We need to flip you over. This does not hurt the tortoise. Now, you notice he's got some dirt underneath here, but that's not a big deal. I'm also feeling to see if he has any soft spots in his shell. You're like, well, James, he just was in water. Wouldn't it be soft? No. He's been in the water for all of a couple of minutes. That's not going to make a shell soft. Now, you can also look to see if, sorry, I have multiple phones. Sorry about that. You can see his face is all tucked in there. He's protecting himself. But yeah, guys, that is how you soak a tortoise. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Please consider subscribing if you haven't done so. Make sure to like and subscribe and share with your friends. And check out one of our other videos. Thanks, guys. We will see you next week.